getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And Brandon Ingram, second overall pick in the 2016 draft. Guys, where do you think he is in his development?
Well, the game's slowing down for him. He has a lot of versatility. Obviously, still adding weight to his frame. Needs to eat a couple more burgers. Me and him should go out sometime. And he's learning where to pick his spots.
Yeah, if he goes with you, he's going to get more than a couple burgers, isn't he?
He's going to get up to 600 pounds.
Well, guys, it takes time. Some people just forget that. They just think that you just come into this league right away. Only one season in college. He's got a lot of room to grow, though.
That'll do it for now. Both teams ready to take the floor. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
You hungry, Ernie?
Not 600 pounds worth.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Chicago Bulls. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. D.A., take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Favors.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. And for New Orleans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the small forward. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Ball against White. Outside Favors. It's Ingram on the wing.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Williamson. Now the feed to Favors. Over Carter. Good work defensively by Carter. White, bounce pass. Levine. It's rebounded by New Orleans. It's Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by Markkanen.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of this.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
first one falls for him. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from three. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
He doesn't get the second one.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take one step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise and frustration.
Markkanen finds Porter. The 10-footer. And it's off the back rim, no good.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Yep, that one goes.
Quick, athletic, explosive. Holiday will leave you in the dust.
The Bulls have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Outside Favors. Porter against Ingram. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Carter. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Porter. The quick look, no good that time.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
He gets it in there.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Here's Levine. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. No good that time, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's White. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Unable to get that one. Pelicans leading by 6. And here is Ball. The dish now to Williamson. It's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. White looking around. Pass to Markkanen. Carter on the wing. The 19-foot shot, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Now Ball. 9-point game his last outing.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
Saransky's checked in for White. Holiday against Levine. Holiday, the pass to Ingram. Over Porter, and Ingram the bucket on the assist by Holiday. 8 points for Brandon Ingram. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see them eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. Here is Porter. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket.
Impacting the game now at both ends. Zion moves his feet well and can change directions and close out on shooters.
Inside, it's stolen by Carter. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 8-point game. Kicks it out to Markkanen, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Now, here's Ball. Outside Favors. On the wing, Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Ingram. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Ingram's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Pelicans. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Jazz. Outside, Levine. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
To the inside. Stolen by Carter. Shoots it up. The offensive rebound. Porter kicks to Levine. Cranes the three-pointer. Levine's got 5 now.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Ball with it. Pass to Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Bulls trail by 8. Here's Satoransky. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Levine. A second chance effort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
The first one falls. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
And so Levine nails both of them.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
Now here's Okafor. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Hayes. Again, the Pelicans score.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bulls trail by 8. And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Here's Satoransky. The Pelicans make their last shot. Holiday goes in. The shot's good. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here is Carter after Drew Holiday's score. Excellent D there from Okafor.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
It's deflected.
And for marketing, contesting shots is not about explosive athleticism. It's about being in the right position and timing it right.
Pelicans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw good from Hayes.
The Pelicans, they are committed to New Orleans. Some have speculated they be a candidate to move to the Seattle market. Organization-wise, they have said they're not going anywhere.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Etuan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram, and Hart subbed in for Drew Holiday. And he makes the first but misses the second. And when the new GM took over basketball operations, he said ownership's commitment was a big factor.
They have said all the right things. Sometimes teams in the South can struggle with attendance. The Pelicans have made it clear they want to win right here in New Orleans.
Here's Redick after Denzel Valentine's bucket, and Redick kicks to Okafor. Back to Redick. Shot clock at 5. With the shot, and again, no good by New Orleans.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Bulls trail by 11. And here's Levine. He has 7. Moore with the steal.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
From 7, the shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got his second bucket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Levine. At the top of the key, Felicio. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now, here's Dunn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Dishes it to Levine. Shoots over Redick. Offensive rebound. Felicio. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Bulls third.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
That one misses. Well, we've seen it before. We're certainly seeing it right now, Smitty. The super team phenomena. Is there anything the league can or should do about that?
What I think they can do is being able to allow players to sign a longer-term deal. If a guy is, I would say, under contract for 6, 7, 8 years, then you won't see as much movement. But if you have these guys who are making so much money off the course from their endorsements, they're going to keep signing shorter deals, so they'll have the leverage to be able to move.
Down against Redick. Moore in the corner. Okafor in the post. Misses from short range.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Moore outside. Back to Hart. Clock at 6. 9 feet out. Okafor gets the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Dunn. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Here's Levine. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Levine's got 9.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Redick surveying the D. And Hart has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Bulls trail by 12. Stolen. Okafor kicks to Hart. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Levine. Here's Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
And he can't get the first one.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
And the second free throw, good.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league, a decade coaching in college, worked for and with so many legendary coaches, he's seen it all.
Here's Hart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock is at 3. Over Valentine, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Levine looking around, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Brandon Ingram, he's been the guy making things happen for New Orleans. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And so White will bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 11. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Valentine. White is out there with Dunn. Then it's Young. And it's Felicio in at the 5 down low. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Following the miss by Dunn from deep. Okafor gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bulls trail by 13. Now Dunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Young's shot is off.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now here's Hayes. And he makes good on the layup. Hayes has got 7 points in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And it's done penetrating. And Okafor with the block. They retain possession. White left side. Pelicans with the rebound.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, and makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
That's good from Moore. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Well, he grew up in East Chicago, a steel mill town in Indiana. And E'Twaun Moore says, Smitty, he had to work 3 times harder than the next guy to make it.
You know what, Kevin? Every team needs an E'Twaun Moore. He'll never be a star, but he has earned his place in this league.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year. But you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
And he makes the first.
We've seen real improvement from Chris Dunn at the free throw line. Used to be his Achilles heel.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Bulls trail by 18. Now here's White. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
And that one falls for White.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So for the Pelicans, Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Ingram comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Drew Holiday in for J.J. Redick. Chicago also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Felicio. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Satoransky subbed in for Dunn.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
The pass to Williamson. It's Ingram on the wing. Markkanen pulls it in. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. We always see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
Now here's Ball. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ball feeling it out a bit. Right block shot. Carter with the block.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And that one, good.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Ball with it. He dishes it to Holiday. Passes it to Williamson. He kicks it to Ball. Holiday with the three. That shot misses. And it's Chicago the other way. Here's Porter. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Nice looking shot. If you watch Otto Porter over the years, you've seen the change in his mechanics.
Here's Ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
That free throw missing. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
Pelicans leading by 13. Porter with the steal. Tipped away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Knocked away. And so here is Chicago. Carter. And that one is good. Carter's got his second bucket tonight.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Now here is Holiday. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack. The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. No shot.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Count it. 6 points for Wendell Carter.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Now, here's Ball. Holiday, the pass to Ball. Here is Favors. White covering. From 6 feet. Good work defensively by Carter.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Ball against White. Here's Ball. Ingram outside. Pass to Williamson. Over Markkanen. And there's Williamson on the assist from Ingram. Williamson's got 12.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. A 12-point game. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And the Bulls making a change here. Levine's checked in. Here's White. And no good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic. But Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. He comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
He hits the second from the line. Bulls trail by 13. Outside, White. To the paint. And stolen by Favors. Here's Ingram. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Markkanen kicks to Satoransky. Ball's knocked loose. Ingram with the steal. Here's Ball. Rebound by the Bulls. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And that one hits back iron. Pelicans leading by 15. New Orleans moving the ball around. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Here's White. 9 points last game out. Carter outside. The dish to Levine. Pass to Satoransky. Back to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Markkanen. Here's Satoransky. They grab their own miss. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Derek Favors.
You know, I'll tell you, Markkanen's not a guy you want to send to the line. Excellent foul shooting.
You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You can see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
First free throw is good. A Smitty of recent players to enter the league, which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
Now here is Holiday. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. And slam dunk by Ingram.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Bulls trail by 17. Here's Markkanen. Pelicans pull it in. Okafor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ingram outside. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Hart. Now Williamson. Over Levine. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Well, Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to White. Back to Levine. White the pass to Carter. In the corner, it's Levine. Misses the 3.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Okafor. Stolen by Carter. Here's White. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
And here is Ingram. 17 points for him last game against Utah. And Holiday kicks to Hart. Back to Holiday. From the arc. A putback. It's good on the putback. 16 points for Zion Williamson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
With a 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Now here is Holiday. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. Cans it from downtown. 20 points for Brandon Ingram.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
1:04 left to play in the first half. Holiday against White. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. There's the pass to Williamson. 41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Okafor against Carter. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So for the Pelicans, Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Etuan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Bulls also changing it up. Felicio's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's done in for White. Bulls trail by 16. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. On the wing, Levine, covered by Hayes. Levine can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 11 from the line. That's good from Moore.
Etuan Moore gives you the production, but he also gives you the intangible. He plays like an older brother.
And so Moore nails both of them. 12 seconds left in the first half. Now Levine. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
And so it's New Orleans in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. What a start it was for Brandon Ingram. He had 20 points and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
We know Brandon Ingram is most effective when he's aggressive. I'm not talking about forcing things. I'm talking about the willingness to take over when you have the opportunity. He did that in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. He's out there with Favors, and it's Ingram in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here is Holiday. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go.
And that's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Sees the opportunity, gets his shot inside.
Outside, Levine. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. Misses in close. New Orleans leading by 18. Holiday dishes the ball. Second chance shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
And the first one at the line is good. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. That one misses.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Outside, Levine. They need this. And the Bulls with another miss. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Searching for that first bucket here in the third.
Well, you know Carter's good for a steady performance, but tonight he's taken over on the offensive end.
Now here's Ball. He has 7. Holiday finds Favors to the inside. Fades. That's good from Williamson on the assist from Favors. Favors got his 3rd assist on the night. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Carter, the pass to Levine. Takes a 3. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Ball. Left side, Favors. Shoots over Markkanen. Favors can't get it to go. White against Ingram. White the pass to Levine. Six to shoot. Passes to Carter. Fader on the way. That one a little long. New Orleans with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And Chicago shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. White the pass to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. On the wing, Levine. This one for three. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. 14 points for Zach LaVine.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Pass to Williamson. Back to Ingram. On the wing, Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. Saransky's checked in for the Bulls. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. White the pass to Levine. Markkanen from outside. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Williamson. Back to Ball. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ball's got 9.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Chicago with the ball. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Pelicans with the rebound.
And the Stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Ball with it. 9 points in the game so far. Favors passes to Williamson. Over Porter. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Chicago has possession. Here's White. 8 points for him. Now the pass to Levine. And again, no good by Chicago. For New Orleans, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. And it's in there. And it's 8 points for Derek Favors.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's White. Derek Favors making his last shot. Markkanen, good.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
White against Ball. Outside Favors. Back to Ball. Banked in off the glass. Ball's got 7 now in this quarter. And here's White. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
The Bulls have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Okafor's checked in for Williamson. Etuan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram. Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. And he makes both free throws. Here's Redick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Right side Favors. Hart the pass to Favors. Over Young. Felicio with the rebound. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And it's Etuan Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now White. He's got 10. Kicks it to Young. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. Here's Hart. Good defensive work there by Young.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Hayes, he's checked in for Derek Favors. Both good from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Redick against White. Now here's Redick. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Valentine's shot, good.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rose up and drained the transition 3.
Redick with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Okafor inside, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Pelicans leading by 23. Here's Moore. Pass to Hart from outside the arc. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Count it. Valentine's got 5 points now this quarter.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
Here's Hart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Hayes. Okafor trying to get open. Hayes, no good. Bulls trail by 21. Valentine passes to White, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Redick. Poked away. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Paul's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Felicio. And Porter subbed in for Valentine. Offensive rebound. Young's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 19. And it's Moore penetrating. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Dunn. The shot missing. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And stolen by White. Dunn with it. Now guarded by Ball. Dunn misses.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Here's Moore. From 20 feet out. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. And it's sent back by Carter. Outside White. And the Bulls with another miss.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Count that one. Moore's got 6.
Defensively, you're playing Moore to shoot the jump shot. He crosses him up off the bounce on that play.
And Chicago has possession. Here's White. 12 points for him. Stolen by Ball. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got 4 this quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Poke loose. And now the Pelicans on the break. Redick's got the ball. Feeds it to Hayes. Over Young. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
White dishes to Young. Back to White. Launches it. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hayes has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Ball against White. Pass to Carter. And Okafor with the block. Porter kicks to Dunn. Outside, White. Looking to end the run. The shot, no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pelicans on top, running away with it. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Chicago right now, they've got Harrison, and it's Felicio in at the 5. Here's Melly, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
That one is off. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
And so it's Archie Diacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Felicio with the bucket.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Miller outside. They get a hand on it. Out left to the wing. Alexander Walker passes to Okafor. Shot left block, and he gets it to go. Bulls shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about a minute into it. Dunn outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Chris Dunn is shifty, does the most damage with the ball in his hands, and you see why.
Alexander Walker passes to Miller. Now here's Okafor. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
From 6 away, again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Arcidiacono. Here's Hutchison. Goes back up. Felicio. Okafor grabs the miss.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
More up top. Here's Melly. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Saransky's checked in for Chris Dunn. Bulls have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Arcidiacono kicks to Satoransky. With the floater, and Okafor with the block. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. And here is Satoransky. Just 5 on the clock. To halt the run, knocks down the 3 ball.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Alexander Walker. Inside, here's Okafor. Chicago grabs the miss. Felicio's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Harrison. And a miss there on the triple. The Pelicans have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Miller, the pass to Okafor. Picked off in midair. Now Satoransky. Pass to Hutchison. The 3 ball. Second chance shot. Felicio with the bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Moore. Stolen away. Arcidiacono taking his time here. Satoransky bangs home the trifecta. Satoransky's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Bulls. New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Okafor. And again, unable to change momentum here. Harrison passes to Hutchison, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And a change for the Bulls. Valentine's checked in.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
Makes it off the glass. Felicio's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
The pass to Hart. Here's Melly. Back to Hart. Passes it to Melly. Shoots from the baseline. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Here's Chicago. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Valentine's shot, good.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Pelicans leading by 21. Here's Alexander Walker. To the wing on the left. Here's Hart. Sinks the triple.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Satoransky. Pass to Hutchison. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Now, here's Ball. On the wing, Holiday. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
This is a tough kid. Holiday's fought through injuries. He's a physical player and a fearless player as well.
And he knocks down the first one.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
The Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
And the Pelicans with possession here. The Bulls knocking down the three. Ingram against Porter. Clock at 6. Stolen by Markkanen. Levine dishes to White. At the elbow, it's Markkanen. Some solid defense from Ingram.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
I love how Ingram toys with the opposition, drawing contact very easily on these kinds of attempts.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And for a team's schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for White. Pelicans leading by 19. Ball with it. Pass to Williamson. Back to Ball. Stolen by Carter. White up top. He's covered by Ball. White the pass to Markkanen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
Incredible touch for a big man. Markkanen shows it both in the field and at the line.
And so he makes both from the line. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. They lead by 17. Ball against White. Porter with the steal. And here's White.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
Ingram outside. And there's the pass to Williamson. Over Porter. And he can't bank that one in. Bulls trail by 16. White wide open. He fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him. White's got 8 points in the quarter. The Pelicans have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Ingram right side. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's White. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 24 points for Zion Williamson.
And this isn't going to stop Williamson. He's just too big, too strong, too quick.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 16. Carter outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. New Orleans has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Porter finds White. He drains the quick shot. White's got 14 points now in the second half.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
White against Ball. Down low. Out to Favors. Back to Holiday. Yep, that one goes in there.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's White. After Drew Holiday's score, White dishes to Levine. Porter against Ingram. Porter, no luck. New Orleans leading by 16. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And it's the quickness of Ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
No good on the free throw. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Bulls trail by 16. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more.
Free throw good, Levine.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 13. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Now here's Favors. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. This is to Holiday. Porter against Ingram. Williamson. Nice D from Levine. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Quick shot there, and it's off target. New Orleans leading by 13.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Pelicans.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Zion Williamson.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Now here's Markkanen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Competing, battling inside. This is what coaches want to see Markkanen do more of.
Shooting 2.
And And that one misses. And he sinks the second. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now ball out to the wing. Here's Alexander Walker. Miller surveying the floor. 4 on the clock. Shoots the 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, we all know you can score. The defensive end has been the challenge. How did you take that step forward tonight?
My teammates challenged me, the coaches challenged me to get better every night, just so I can score, but they want to see improvement from the defensive end.
And you took that step forward tonight, Jalil. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.